So what had happened was, welcome to the DLP agenda. Justin Schlegel, Joe Robinson, Rob Mayer. I am back. I was gone last week. I was in Hawaii. Maybe you've heard on the social media. Maybe you've seen my post on the Patreon, but had a little bit of an incident.
Yeah.
My wallet was stolen. My brand new iPhone that I bought literally 3 days earlier.
Yeah.
Was
Hey, I want to
stolen.
make it clear to the audience. They know what we know.
Yes, this is
We
not
know
a-
nothing.
and this is not an April Fool's thing.
No,
Trust me.
This is real because you heard that somebody theorized.
I heard you say it on the Shield
Yes,
agenda.
the
Shout
Shield
out,
agenda.
excellent job,
We'll
ladies.
get into the Shield
That it was
agenda.
set up a week in advance,
That-
10 days in advance.
right. No.
I'll pull the curtain back on the DLP agenda. We plan the show. We start at 7:15 on Tuesdays. We plan the show at 7:13 on Tuesdays. Okay,
Exactly.
so
I think they can tell.
There's no great big fucking
No,
Machiavellian scheme
not at all.
where we went and timed up a calendar like, oh, they're gonna love this story. And again, man, people they want the skinny. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And if I knew every fucking detail, I wouldn't tell you.
No.
I'm
You
not
guys
telling
know
But I
very
don't
little.
know. I don't know.
No, I've only
What you just said is what I know.
no.
That's all I
What
know.
I've hinted at online and said. So we're just gonna get right to it.
Okay.
We're gonna tell the story. I was in Hawaii from Thursday. I believe it was the 20th to the 24th or whatever.
Yeah.
For shows Friday and Saturday night at the Blue Note, which is in the the Outrigger Hotel in Waikiki. I've been there
Mhm.
before, been to this club before myself, David Keckner. I get there on Thursday, a little lovely evening Thursday out. The shows are Friday. One of the real things I was looking forward to was playing golf because
Yeah.
I'd been to Hawaii before, but never since I started playing golf.
Nice fruity cocktails I saw were ordered.
Absolutely.
Did you bring your clubs or you rent?
I brought my clubs. I talked to the bartender Thursday night. He's a golfer. He talked me out of going to this one place, told me to go to this better place. I booked a tea time. Anyway, Thursday night, good time. Friday, hang out with Dave, have breakfast, have lunch, walk around. Shows for Friday night are good, fine. I go back to we're all in the club, the hotel, the bar, we're all in the same hotel. So I go to the hotel bar and have a few drinks, meet some regulars, and it closes at midnight. And I decide that I want to, as I'm known to do, keep the party going.
Keep it going. They're shutting down.
Mhm.
All right. You don't have to go home. Can't stay here. You said the show was great. You have a
Mhm.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was two Friday, 2 Saturday.
Okay.
So we knocked out the 2 stand-up Friday. We have an
Got it.
afternoon Saturday office trivia, Saturday night stand-up. So I decide I want to keep hanging out, and somebody goes, well, there's this Irish bar, Kelly O'Neill's. It's open until 4 a.m., 2.5 blocks away. I go, that sounds like me.
Easy walk.
What could go wrong? So I go to this bar, and it's packed. There's a band. They're pretty good. They're playing like Led Zeppelin and shit.
Oh,
And-
fuck yeah.
Yeah. So there's no seats at the bar, but I just sort of stand at the corner. So I have a place to set my drink. And I remember there's this guy next to me. This is a black guy who was 64. I'm giving these details because I want to make it clear that I remember a lot about that night until a certain someone showed up, and then it all gets funky. So another guy comes over. These guys were talking. He's 54. He's from Philly. They're both Eagles fans. We're talking about the Eagles, Commanders. We're having a fun football conversation. There's this 3 hot chicks that are behind me. The one girl keeps coming up to the bar. I order a Tito soda with a splash of cranberry. She's making fun of me for getting cranberry, jokingly. I go, well, it's my 10th one of the night. I needed to add cranberry. She laughs. We take a selfie.
Okay.
Then somehow this girl, and I'll remember her saying,
Real quick, this is the girl that made fun of the cranberry?
no, it's a
Okay,
new girl.
Got it. Okay, sorry.
New girl. She goes, I just remember her saying, my name's Haley, like the comet. Haley's
Okay.
Comet. Next thing I know, we're walking back to my hotel room.
Just you two.
Just us two.
Okay.
There's not, you don't remember anything between then and that?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't. And we get in the room and she goes, I'm going to give you a massage. And I'm like,
Oh,
what have I got myself into here?
hopefully
So-
sex.
I
Do
go,
you think she might be a prostitute?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, okay, let's see what happens. She goes, get as comfortable as you like. I go, all right. I take off everything but my boxers. She goes, lie down on the bed, stomach down, face down. I go, okay. And she starts giving me a massage. Like, it's not sexual. It's like she's
It's
like
a therapeutic massage.
she's literally saying, this is your problem area. I go, you're right, it is. My right shoulder is my problem area. Thank you. She's got lotion. And she goes, play some music, something relaxing. I'm like, okay. And
What time is this? 1, 2,
3 a.m.
oh, 3.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you understand, I'm lying face down. My phone is on the nightstand.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's straddling me. So the easiest way for me to unlock my phone is not by the face. It's just to type it.
Oh shit.
And as I'm typing it, she has the direct vision of my passcode.
Okay.
Couldn't be more easier for her to see.
Got it.
Mhm. Can you describe her?
I'm going to show you a picture in a little bit. So I'm going
Jesus.
to do better than that.
Fuck.
So I believe I tried to play something off Track Off. Shout out DLP Agenda. And she's like, this isn't relaxing. And I'm like, well, for $5 a month, you can cut off. So
It can be.
I forget what I played.
You like
but
wrestling?
yeah, I forget what I played, but whatever.
Triple H's theme.
And next thing I know, I've dozed off. And I wake up and I hear the water running. And I either think that she told me she was going to take a shower, or I heard the water running and assumed she was taking a shower.
Okay.
I wait a few minutes, the water's still running. I'm going to check on her. I'm still not suspicious. I open the bathroom door, faucet's on, no one's in there. And now I'm like, oh, fuck.
How long had you dozed off for?
I couldn't have been very long.
Okay. Minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
5-10 minutes.
This isn't in the morning. This is
No.
a nod.
No.
Okay.
And now I'm like, shit. I look, my phone's gone. Motherfucker. My wallet's gone. I'm like, God, what the fuck? Then, now, you understand, I have an Apple Watch and a MacBook. The MacBook was in my backpack, so it wasn't out. That probably would have been stolen too.
Yeah.
I get my MacBook. I go, and there's a loss. You can report your phone lost. My Apple Watch rings. So I'm like, I answer it. Hey, this is Scott. This is your Lyft driver. Do you still need the ride? And I'm like, hold on. I said, dude, this girl stole my phone. She stole my wallet. Did she ordered an Uber, a Lyft? He goes, yeah. I go, what was the address that she said she was going to?
Oh man.
And
Smart.
he says, it's hard to hear, and I'm drunk. He listening on Apple Watch. What I hear is 1920 alumna at the park. The next day I Google that, nothing comes up.
Right.
So I'm like, I guess I didn't get that right. I go, can you help me find her? I don't have any money. I promise I will pay you later. I will take care of you. This is what happened. He goes, come on down. So I run down. I have my laptop because that's the last, because I want to track it if I can get on any Wi-Fi. And I run in, I get in there. We go. At the time, I think I knew where we were going, but the next morning when I was describing this, I couldn't remember why we went to this place. I have since figured it out. And I'll get to that later in the story. But we end up with this, like, where we think the phone is this some nightclub, but they won't let us in. Again, I wasn't sure why. Maybe it was too late, but I go, can you call? Here's my number. Can you walk in there and call my number? They do that. Nothing rings. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm shit out of luck. So I go back to the hotel, start canceling more credit cards. And now I'm like, it's 5 a.m. I got to go to sleep. Right.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep. I wake up at 9, and then there's like that 5 seconds where you forget what happened.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fuck. So then I go back to canceling more shit. Cards.
Are you still drunk at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not the state to
No.
be in to do investigative work.
Not at all. And I get on the phone with Apple, and I get the perfect guy to talk to. I get the cool black guy.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Because I can just tell him the story.
Right.
I don't feel like
You're
I
gonna have
just
sympathy.
exactly.
Did you tell him about the massage?
I didn't tell him that, but I told him I brought a girl in. Like, he's like, I got it.
She got my problem area.
And he's sharing my screen, right? And he's helping me find like where she is right now. And he goes, well, do you want to start the theft, the reporting it missing? I have insurance, so I'll get a new phone.
Yeah.
But do you want to start that process? Because when you start that phone's going to be erased. And he goes, but you can see where she's at right now.
That's cool that they can do that remotely. That They can
Exactly.
basically kill switch the thing. Because
Very
there's
cool.
financial information on
Oh,
there. She's got your passcode.
Yeah.
Oh
Because that's something a lot of people
Yeah.
theorize
Mhm.
about the phone specifically, and we'll get into continued details, was, oh God, so much of your life and finances and maybe some personal materials might be on that phone. But thank God you need my thumbprint.
Yeah.
You need my code and my
Yeah.
face to get into mine. But if she was looking over your shoulder and saw that, she's
I'm
in the
lying and I'm
meat.
doing this, and she's on straddling me.
Yeah.
She's
She's
watching.
watching
It's so
it
easy.
all.
It's done on purpose.
Oh,
the
yeah, for
panic.
sure.
She wasn't trying to hear.
Oh, this is
fucking
I'm
a
Do you really
gel.
care
Yeah,
about it?
right,
Yes.
yes.
Is that what you played?
Probably, yes.
yeah.
Jeez.
So-
Got rolled in the deep.
There you go. Boom. She was a white girl. Somebody's asking that.
Always
She
a-
Good
probably,
question.
she
Good
probably
question.
still was a white girl.
Always
Good question.
So,
Good question, Chad.
I was so drunk I thought she was black. Now,
Mhm.
so he goes, well, if you start that, that's going to get erased. But he goes, you see where she's at. He goes, are you about that life, Rob?
Are you
He said
about
that?
Yes,
life?
yes.
Like, am I going to go confront
Yes,
this person?
right.
Put your hair up and square up.
And I'm like,
Yeah. I'm
I'm
about,
about that
that
life.
fucking life.
How far away is it?
but I got to take a nap first.
I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep.
Well, it's not far. It's a mile away. And then it moves to the Lagoon Tower Hilton Grand Vacations, some hotel. And I'm like, all right, I think I should get the police involved. So
Yeah.
I go downstairs, I talk to security. They then call the police. I talk to security. He goes, he gets on the video camera. He shows me, is this you walking in? I go, that's us walking in.
Yeah.
And I'm describing her, and I'm not doing a good job because I thought she was younger than she was when because I'm
She's
still
80.
drunk.
Details are murky.
She's details are murky.
And she's a man.
And she's a man. And then the cop comes, and I give him all the update. Well, how much was this worth? How many credit cards did you have? And then, what time did this happen? Then I go over the whole thing. And I realize when I look at because, I also get text messages on my Mac. I realized that she had texted me before at 2:30 a.m.
She's a bad criminal.
She texted me, hey, Rob, I miss you already. So at some point, I guess we got, maybe I went to the
Separated?
bathroom separated. But then I'm like, well, I have her phone number. So I give him that. And I don't think anything of it because I just think it's a burner or something. And so I go, well, she's at this hotel and I noticed that there was like a 6 a.m. attempted charge by discovery at some clothing store. All attempted ATM withdrawal. Denied. But I'm like, she's probably now there to sleep for the day. She's been up all night.
She's as tired as
Probably
you are.
where she's landed
She's probably
to
having
go to bed.
as many
So
drinks.
she's sitting there.
Yeah.
Now it's like noon after all this. So
When's your show, by the way?
I got to get there at 2:30.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So the clock's ticking,
Exactly.
man.
Okay.
Have you told Dave yet what has happened?
He invited me for breakfast that morning. I told him I got to handle this shit. He goes, okay. So, but he doesn't know any of the story yet at this point. So I go back to the hotel and I'm like, he gives me a number to call that this is the file number. So when I call 911 and I bring up that case number, everything will come up.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, God, I would pay a lot of money to not have to do these shows. I just want to fucking fall asleep on the couch and just fucking, and I'm in a state of shock.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like this is a nightmare. I can't get out of it. It's just dawning on me that everything is fucked.
So it's day 2.
It's day 2.
And I'm trying to put myself in your shoes too.
Mhm.
I am equally as frustrated that they're a stone's throw from you.
Yeah.
This isn't somebody that
Exactly.
just made it off into the night. They deactivated the phone. They're good at this sort of stuff.
Yeah, they're over there.
They're over
Yeah,
there.
Over there.
And you don't have a car. If you had your own car, you
Yeah.
can get into it and drive off. But this is an away game for you.
Yes.
You don't know the area.
Mhm.
I'm
you don't know
getting-
what you're walking into either.
No, I don't.
Yes, you know
I
who
don't.
else she knows where she's at. Okay.
So the shows, I mean, I don't tell anybody at the club because I don't want them saying
Yeah, you
what
don't wanna talk
happened.
about
No,
it,
it's
yeah.
too many
And
questions.
I'm just out of it. But I plow through and I'm miserable. And the shows are fine. But when Dave was on stage, I'm for the stand-up and I'm just sitting in the green room, I have my laptop. I keep looking at it. It hasn't moved. The phone hasn't moved. You know what? I haven't Googled her phone number.
Yeah.
So I Google her phone number and it comes up escort.
Oh, fuck.
There, the whole fucking bio, the whole thing, the
Get
picture.
the fuck out of here. There she is.
Jeez.
So I'm like, this is her work number. This is not something that she doesn't answer. This is a number that she would answer. if
This is
she
a
was
number.
called.
It's as a
is
part
that
of her.
how old she pretends she is?
I don't know.
'Cause that ain't how old
no,
she is.
She's not.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
also is not so hot that I would be suspicious. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
in that outfit, you would
Yeah.
think, but that's probably
But if
not-
she's 21, I'm
I
Tim.
don't think that's what that means. But yeah.
Ariel's Tim.
So Dave gets off stage, and I'm like, I show him that. I already explained to him what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, "We're going over to that hotel once we get paid."
So Dave's about that
Right.
life.
And he goes, "We're getting this shit back."
He's
I
about
am
that
not
life.
confident at all. He's very confident.
But
I'm
you
like,
like that he's.
I am.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Takes forever to get paid. I feel like my money was short. Get to that in a little bit. We go, all right, let's fucking head over there. We go over there, we take an Uber, and we get to there, and it's not, I'm not getting the vibes that this is where she's at. I'm thinking it's going to be some nice bar, a lot of dudes, a lot of money. This is the place you would sort of sit there and troll and find
because
something.
you don't know the location. You have a ping on a
I
map.
have a ping. It's not exact. There's several towers. They're very confusing.
But you might get
property.
to a place and it could be another hotel.
Exactly.
It could be somewhere like,
Mhm.
okay, she might be in there with someone. This isn't a residence.
Right. And the phone hasn't
Shit.
moved for like 8 hours now.
It sat still.
And we go to the hotel where we think it's at, go to the front desk. Maybe the phone was just here and it's reported lost and somebody turned
Maybe
it
you
in.
might see her.
Dead it. I've got this photo that I just showed you, showing people. We go to the bar. Anybody seen her? And it's very family oriented. I'm like, this doesn't feel like
There's
the
kids
place where you would fucking
It's
hang
like a
out, right?
resort
Yeah.
type of
So
thing.
I'm like, doesn't feel right.
are you also showing people on your laptop?
Yeah.
Are you showing them the page you just showed
Well,
us?
Dave took a picture of. I have my laptop. He took a picture of that.
Oh,
so
I
he's
got
showing
you.
on his
Right,
phone.
Gotcha.
gotcha.
Okay,
But I
so
have
they're
my
not
laptop
seeing-
on me.
Hi, I'm looking for this hooker. Like,
No.
At any point in time,
okay.
if people are like, "Hey, you're David Keckner,"
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
okay.
Oh man,
So-
this is insane.
So
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
we ask, show the photo, nothing. And we call my phone. Maybe she threw it in the fuck. Maybe the miracle. It's in the bush somewhere. It rings several times, goes to voicemail.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, we could call her. Let's fucking do it. Dave, give him the number. He calls and she answers. And she answers like she's ready to work. She answers not hello, like who's this? She answers hello. And good thing you have an actor on your side because he gave a fucking Academy Award winning performance.
Fuck yeah.
He did something that was really smart. He never lied to her because when asked a question, he would just ignore it. This is basically what he did. I'll do my best impression. He
Okay.
acted like confused, drunk, lost. So he calls. She goes, "Hello." He's like, "So, are we gonna meet up? I mean, are you at the Hilton?" And she goes, "Who's this?" I thought we were gonna meet up. And she goes, "Did we talk about it?" He goes, "Yeah, no, it's at the Hilton, right?" She goes, "No, I'm at the Ilokai. It's
Got
a couple blocks away." He goes, "Oh, where's that?" It's just a couple blocks away. She goes, "Well, so we doing this?" She goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll meet you." He goes, "We in the lobby?" "Yeah, 10 minutes." Game on, bitch.
Got her.
Okay.
Fucking, he's about that
Yes.
life. Hell yeah.
So hang up. We go to the front desk hotel. Where's the Ilokai? They point us in the right fucking direction. We walk over there. And now we're like, how do we handle this?
That's
Because
a
like,
hotel with all the whores.
do you just talk to her? What if she's just
When do you come out like, gotcha, bitch? Like, how do you do this?
but then if she like resists, like I don't want him fucking now she's calling the cops and he's arguing with an escort and why that's
Keckner
not a
would
good
probably,
look.
he would probably prefer to remain out of a tabloid
Right.
thing.
So I'm like, let's just go to security.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking catch them. So we go to security and explain to them what's happening. They can't do anything. They go, all right, call the police. I go, you don't have a fucking direct line? All right, whatever. So I call the 911. They transfer me. I give them the fucking case number. They pull it up. They go, someone's on the way. Now we're in the fucking security thing. All the monitors. We're trying to see her. She calls again. Now he's got to stall because it's been longer than 10 minutes. He goes out in the hallway, stalls. He's lost again. And then one of the guys we meet, and you probably are watching right now or listening, is Preston.
Hey, Preston.
Preston recognizes Dave.
Okay.
And he has to get pictures.
Okay.
And
Hey, good timing.
and I realized later on I had a lot of alone time with Preston. And guess what Preston wants to be? He wants to do stand-up.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
And I'm
great.
like, of course. That's
this
who I
is his
get.
in.
That's what I got.
He's going to help
And-
you guys, and you're taking him to the
Absolutely.
top. Yeah.
Preston has since emailed me pictures from that night, listened to the podcast,
Cool.
commented on, watch my stand-up, follow me on every social media, and I'll show you in a second his pitch to be on our podcast,
Okay.
which is fucking rich. Okay.
Okay.
So
By the way, you can be on.
Yeah,
Continue.
Preston,
yep, you're
you can come on, brother.
it's we'll see.
We'll see
Um,
how the story
yeah, we'll
goes.
see.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
But very nice. So Preston, it occurred to me,
Read the fucking room,
it
dude.
occurred to me that this is my worst day on the job ever.
Yeah.
And this is Preston's best day on the job ever.
As a comedian.
Yeah.
Because no, it's a shitty job, security guard.
Yeah.
This is exciting. We're now,
I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it's
and he
okay.
met David Keckner. He met,
Yeah, yeah.
so this is the greatest day of his life.
He's
man.
made
He's
a
also-
celebrity.
He didn't
Exactly.
just meet David Keckner. They're involved
Exactly.
in something together.
And
Right.
I'm convinced most security guards wanted to be a cop but couldn't. They failed something
Well,
psychologically. They failed something, maybe a criminal background.
Preston's 5'6", 130 pounds.
Yeah, Preston's never gonna be a
Okay, I
cop.
got
He
it.
said his basketball coach said you're better off doing comedy. I go, well, you're better off doing anything than playing basketball. Okay,
Yeah.
but security guard is
You're better
barely
off trying to maneuver through small spaces.
Exactly.
Yeah, midget wrestling at the
So-
fairgrounds with Justin. Okay.
So now I'm like, all right, when are the cops gonna get here? So I go out in the front courtyard, and I'm waiting. Finally they show up, and now I'm like, I flag down the girl. I'm like, I'm the guy that calls. She starts asking me, I got to go over the whole fucking story again. Dave's like, I'm like getting antsy. Like what if she's suspicious? What if she looks out? Maybe her window's facing the fucking
Yeah.
front of the building. Maybe she sees now there's 3 cops there. Maybe
Yeah.
so I'm like, can we just do this?
Yeah,
We've got her on the
let's
hook,
go.
right?
She's here.
Yeah. Another cop comes by. I tell him the fucking story. Now she's talking to the sergeant. What are their rules? Because they can't go in the hotel room. I'm like, well, it's not her hotel room. It's the hotel's. No, still there's a privacy thing. And I'm like, so I'm like, we've done all the work. She's right here. Like, and I'm
Can we knock on her
right.
door?
Go get
Right.
So finally, like,
Service.
they give Dave,
Housekeeping.
they finally give Dave permission to like set it up. So
Yeah.
Okay.
they're now
Sting.
texting.
It's a
Yeah,
sting.
it's a sting.
operation.
They're now texting. Goes, I'm walking in 2 minutes.
We're gonna put a wire on you.
So then Preston's next to me, and he goes, and he's listening.
It's a
to
go.
Security. No, he goes. I'm hearing she's coming down elevator.
Eagles on the move.
She's coming down elevator 4 right now. I'm like, this is fucking
Dude.
cool, right?
Yeah,
So,
right.
This is amazing.
so I'm like, all right, this is what's happening, right? So now I'm like, I'm feeling alive again. I felt dead all day.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
got
fucking
pep in
get
my
this
step.
bitch.
I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck
That'd
you.
be the greatest show tonight.
And so Dave goes in there, and then the cop's like, we want you to have her face this way. We're gonna come around the other side. I'm like, fuck you.
I'm gonna flank this bitch.
So now I'm waiting. Like, what happened? What happened? And then Preston wants to make small talk about comedy and stuff.
Bad time, Preston.
I'm
He
kind of in the middle of
I know,
something here.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, so what's been the highlight of your trip so far? I go, well, the highlight would be if I get my wallet.
It's
and phone
right.
back.
This moment right
And
now.
if I don't get it back, there is no highlight, Preston.
Having an
You're the
es-
highlight.
right
That's how
now,
bad the trip was.
An escort robbing
Yes,
me.
yes.
Okay.
So I finally, one of the security guard comes down and goes, they're talking to her now. I'm like, okay, good, okay. So I'm just waiting. Preston says, come over, sit down. I go, you want a water? I do. I'm very thirsty. He gives me water. Thank you, Preston. You're very nice guy. And then I'm just waiting. And then the main cop, the sergeant, gets there. And they keep asking me all these questions like, so there was nothing sexual. I go, no, you didn't pay her for anything. I didn't do anything. And was there another girl in the room? They keep asking that. And I'm like, there's never
Because
been
sometimes
anyone
they'll buddy
else to-
up.
Right.
You'll have like a guy
you say,
waiting
"I
in the
wish."
hallway.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Who do you
great.
think I
Yeah.
am?
Now
Yeah.
that I'd have
Yeah.
paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm like, there was never been anyone in the room, but they
Yeah.
keep going back to that. I'm like, okay. And I'm retelling the story, and it's just, and then finally they go, all right, we need you to identify. So walk up, we'll point to her, just say that's the girl, but don't say anything to her. You go, fine. We walk up, I go, that's her. She sees me, she goes, hi, all fucking happy and shit, right?
Oh,
Not a care in the world.
Oh fuck!
Not a
you.
fucking
You fucking
care in the
stink.
world, right?
You have chlamydia.
So I'm like, that's her. We walk back, and now we're like, well, we can't go in the room. I'm like, hey, I mean, it seems like in my head, I'm saying maybe you should try to think a little outside the box. Why don't we walk in front of the room and we'll call my phone?
Yes.
I also have the MacBook where I can do this play a sound feature, make the phone play a sound
Make a ding.
to identify it. It's a good idea. Of course, it's a good idea. Why the fuck didn't you think of this shit?
Yeah.
So we go. I got to tether my fucking Wi-Fi to Dave's phone. We go outside the door, and I'm like, this is it, man. If we can just hear that fucking phone, then we know we have probable cause to go in there and I'm
Got
gonna
it.
get my shit back. Let's take a break. Be right back here from our sponsors.
Oh shit. Woo!
So there we are. It's me, 2 cops, Dave.
Preston.
Preston is not there for this. Yeah. And I tried the ding on the thing, the phone, the MacBook. Nothing. I tried again. Nothing. Dave calls. I hear my phone, but it's on speakerphone, so I'm hearing the ring. So, I'm like, fuck. So I go walk away, take a speaker. Calls. Nothing. I'm like, motherfucker. So we were like, could I just say to her,
Yeah. Can
Like,
you just give me my shit
I
back?
won't press charges if you give my shit
If you just
back?
give my stuff back, we'll call it even, Steven.
And they ask me several times, are you willing to press charges? I go, yes. They go, are you willing to come to Y? I go, the guy that morning said I could do it on Zoom. They go, are you willing to come to Hawaii if money's no issue? I go, yes. I don't want to. I'm not paying if I can go.
No.
But if you're paying me, okay, it's different.
Another trip. Free
So
trip. Go
I'm
back
like,
to Hawaii.
I'm like,
Nice.
can't you just get the housekeeping to go in
I'll
there
represent you.
and like look? And they go, well, that would be acting on the cops. I'm like, well, can't I just fucking ask housekeeping? Can I?
Yeah.
But they're like, I'm basically saying, can I just give housekeeping and can I just do this myself? Basically,
Yeah.
They're like, well, now that you're saying that to us, you really can't. I go, well, can I ask her? And they go, well, you've already arrested her. I go, okay.
You can't pat her down for
Right.
anything. Because
They-
I
they-
assume if somebody's arrested,
well-
they have to pat her down to look for a weapon.
Well, I'm sure they did all that. They did say we asked for consent for her to let us in the room. She said no.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, of course she says no, right? So I'm like, okay, now we got to file the fucking police report. Got to write another thing out. And it occurred to me later that maybe I should have said things were a little more expensive because at $1,500 you get to it's a different level of a crime. And I probably could have gotten there with the new phone, but I wasn't. I was just throwing out numbers. And
Yeah.
then I wasn't factoring, the case costs money and the screen protector, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. So finally, we go back and Jesus, that was a hell of a night. Dave's leaving in the morning. I'm like, okay, I got this weed gummy. I'm like, let's take a big chunk of that.
Let's
thing.
take it right in front of the cop.
And I'm in my room and it's fucking hitting me hard.
Is weed legal in Hawaii?
It is not.
Okay.
Sick.
I looked that up.
Sorry,
because-
Preston.
because my Apple Watch rang and it was the cop. He goes, hey, I have some more questions. I'm at the hotel. Can you come talk to me? And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Are you starting to get a vibe
I'm not
that
in a
they're
place to talk.
suspicious of you? On how do I put this? That they keep questioning you. They keep asking you stuff like you have more in a hand in this thing than you're revealing.
Yeah, I think they thought that probably that I knew. Look, obviously, once she says the massage thing, I'm now suspicious of what's going on. But I
Right.
never at any point do I ever.
Yeah.
was that
You're
ever
allowed
in
to
my
meet
mind.
someone,
You're
take them
also-
back to your room and have sex with them. You're
That's-
allowed
You're
to do
also
that.
allowed to
happened-
pay for a
Yes.
massage. It's called the business. That's what they
Yes.
do. It's
Yes.
masseuses.
But none of that
they-
happened. But you also
Right.
didn't. I would think that because David Keckner is there, that they were trading with it. You would think they would treat. Did the cops know who he was?
I don't know. I don't know if
I
they
gotcha.
did, but they
Preston
were
aside,
friendly.
His fame has not affected this.
No.
Okay.
They were friendly. So I walked downstairs and now I'm like, it's this is how high I was. For a second I was like, did I imagine that
The
he
cops
just
called?
called me? Yeah.
Yeah.
That literally in my
Oh,
head. I'm
fuck.
like, okay. That's deep breath. I go downstairs. He goes, hey, what was that address that you said that
You thought you heard?
right? And I go, it was 1920 something. I've written it in my notes in my MacBook. It's upstairs. He goes, let's go upstairs. So I go and I go, I show it to him. 1920 alumna at the park. He goes, no. He goes, oh, no, you mean Ala-Moana. And it's in the park, INN, which is an apartment complex.
Oh.
And he goes, the reason that's important because that's the address she gave where she lives.
Oh,
Shit. So
And I'm
that
like-
Uber driver was
I'm like, well, this is cracks the case, right?
Yeah.
She steals my phone, calls a Lyft to her house.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, do you have the Lyft receipts or whatever, or proof? I go, well, they're on my phone. I go on the computer, but then it says to confirm who you are, we're going to text you. Well, I can't get a fucking text. So
Yeah.
I don't, but I have the Lyft driver's name, his first name,
yeah.
his last name, and his fucking phone number.
Fuck yeah.
Let's
Right?
hit this dude.
So
up.
boom, have at it. Talk to him. I'm sure he has all the records.
Yeah.
So then I go to bed and I'm playing, okay,
Yeah, they got her.
we're done well, right?
They have her in custody.
have her in custody.
Got her.
There's proof of what needs to. Okay.
Right. So Dave gives me some cash. And then the next morning I go downstairs, I have breakfast, and then I'm like, how do I leave the hotel? Because I don't think they actually charge the card until the end. And the card that's on file is a dead card.
Yeah.
Been canceled.
So I'm like, I remember talked to you about it. I was like, I could probably just fucking leave and it'll get sorted out later,
Yeah.
which it did. It just updated to the new.
You
card.
also have to get back on
Right.
a plane.
well,
where
that's
you
it.
need
I'm
identification.
thinking about how much cash I need, and I only have $360. And I have all day Sunday, all day Monday, half a Tuesday. You start doing the math,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it's $30 for any meal.
Yeah.
I could go to Burger King, but then what happens? How do I get to the airport? I take a cab.
Yeah.
What's that cost? I
Oh
tell you
my
what it
God.
costs. It cost me $65.
Jesus.
Then when I get to the airport, how do I get my car out of parking? You got to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
half of my money is just that. Then you also don't want to go to the airport with no money. What happens if there's a delay or something? Now I'm just fucking stuck, right? And I had a golf tee time. I've already paid for that. I can't get it back. I don't have the cash to fucking cab there and play and buy anything. So now I'm like, well, the club did pay me with a check, and it's a local bank. The cops gave me a form so that I can get on the airplane. It says the proof that my wallet license was stolen.
Right.
So that's not even an issue.
Okay.
That's taken care of. And I go, maybe I could just go to the bank. And then I go, maybe I just go to the club and just say, can you give me some of this cash? And then I think back, I felt like they did short me. I go, look on the contract. They shorted me $750.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Yeah. So you had every reason to go back.
Exactly. I emailed the club, the manager. She double checks it. You're right. My apologies. I explained that I got robbed.
I'll take it in cash.
She goes, I'll come by Monday morning. I'll give you $750 in cash.
Fuck
I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
Yes. All
So
right.
now I'm like, all right, the cash thing, we've
coffers are
solved
full.
that. We've solved that. Then I decide, let me go in my bank and my log into my bank account and see, because I'm curious, was the credit card already charged for the hotel rooms? Because then I don't have to worry about that. And then I see a charge at for $26.28 at Play Bar nightclub, place I'd never heard of or never been to. Then I'm looking at my emails because whenever the phone is found somewhere, it gives you an update. You can see right now I have tons of them. I see at 3:49 a.m. This is the night in question.
Yes. She's left.
The phone was found at 2310 Cujillo Avenue. I Google that. Home of the Play Bar nightclub.
Yeah.
There you go.
And now I'm like, that's where we went that night. I now remember I must have seen that and told the Lyft driver that's where we're going. They didn't let us in because it was late or maybe they were closed. So then I go, well, this is even more information. So I call the fucking 911. I say, this is my case thing. I got more information. Cop calls me back 20 minutes. I go, hey, I got my phone and my credit card used at the same fucking time at this place. That's the place.
You have to be a cop or an amateur neophyte detective's wet dream.
Yes.
No
I
one
know.
ever comes to a police officer with this much
Did they go,
evidence.
seems suspicious.
Yeah, not sure. Hey, sir,
That's right.
we'll handle it. Like I've given you, I've
I've
triangulated
done everything.
her.
We've done
names.
everything.
Everything. Just fucking tighten the noose on this whore.
So then I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about myself. In my drunken stupor,
Yeah.
I managed to get based her address where she lived at close enough. I figured I'd canceled, did the phone thing. So that got reporting. We tracked it down. We've done everything. And I'm feeling like, okay, at least we fucking went down swinging on this thing, right? We did something about it. And then cop calls me. It was, they're not going to prosecute. I'm like, but we have her. She has my phone. She called a Lyft to her house.
She gets to keep
She used my credit card. She at the place.
She gets to keep my wallet.
They go, well, we can't prove that she was the one that took it because you didn't see her. Like, what do you think happened? Do you think there was another woman in the room that they're not together on
How
this?
does any crime get
just
how does it
happen?
get prosecuted?
Yeah, nothing's 100%. Nothing's 100%. 99.9% is as close as you get.
I can almost guarantee
Right.
this is the most evidence you've been given
Yes.
in a case
Right.
this year by the victim.
They go, well, someone else could have been in that room. That also ordered a Lyft to this woman's house. What are we saying? Say it out loud.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, who's gonna not believe?
Are you arguing with them?
No, I'm like, I got the credit card stuff. They go, well, that's a different separate crime. That maybe they'll prosecute.
Okay.
I go, well, so using a credit card illegally.
So the $1,000
Yeah.
phone, no, but the $23 credit card.
Right.
Yeah.
Now she ended up later on when I got home, I'm such an idiot. I realized that, hey, dummy, that Southwest Airlines credit card you have, it's not just for flights. Because like, well, she'll never use that. Like, oh no, it's an actual credit card. And she definitely bought some things and definitely got away with it. So now I'm fucking upset again. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? And now I'm like, was it even worth it to do all this? Maybe that's why she didn't care about giving me her phone number. Maybe that's why she didn't even try to hide
because
it.
she
Maybe
knows
she's
that
been through this
Right.
before
Maybe
and
that's-
knows this
she
is
was so
going to dead
happy.
end.
Right.
This is
Like
like small potatoes to
Barney
them.
Fife.
Now,
And it was worth it though. It was worth
yeah,
it because you can't take this shit laying down. You
She did spend a night in
truly
jail.
did. She spent a night in
Mhm.
jail. May she spend more. But yeah, if I'd have known that I had the access to that amount of stuff, like I've had things stolen before. I had a car stolen when I was younger. And had I known any of that information, I would snapping turtle onto that
Yeah.
and pursue it. And it's the fact that you had so much, not just one lead. You knew where she hung out, what she tried to buy.
Mhm.
You had an Uber driver's number. You had an apartment complex. You had a hotel thing. You had maids. You had identification. That's her. If she didn't know who you were,
We have video of her, us coming into the hotel.
do you think she would have looked at you and gone, hi?
No.
Even that is a tell going, oh, she
Mhm.
clearly knows this guy. She's a local fucking hooker.
I said
so
to the
she's
cop,
definitely
I
got a
go-
rap sheet.
And in my statement, I go, she said hi in a friendly way. It wasn't like, I've never seen this guy before.
Oh, I don't know who
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
is. She
Right.
showed her ass with that.
Yes.
And also look up her information. This woman has got to have a rap sheet.
They
God.
said
Look
that she
for
did.
similar crimes.
They said that she did. They said her name is not actually Haley, but
a
that's the name she goes
shocker,
by.
but still.
And it's just, and now several times throughout this, the cops did say to me, because they're like, we need a search warrant. We probably won't get it. They're very friendly to they're sort of apologizing, saying they're very into the rights of the culprit here, not as much as the victim. And I'm like, I don't know. What do you look?
What the
If they had
fuck?
more evidence, she would plead out. So I don't even know how you ever get to a trial.
I'm looking up which way Hawaii voted.
So then,
I think
in
you already know.
a last gasp here of fuck you, Rob. Now this is now we're Sunday, right? And this is when I've just found out a couple hours earlier they're not prosecuting. And as my phone, the erasing had started. I've already ordered all that shit.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I would be able to get it at the Apple store down the street,
Huh.
but they mail it to your house. I later found out when I got home. Then you got to go to T-Mobile and get the SIM figured out, which you need a license for. Whole nother fucking thing that I had to get a passport. I got to go to Tawana's house, get my passport.
So that's why Elvis named it Blue Hawaii.
Yes. So as I get the update that the racing is happening, and you know, like in a movie or a TV show where like someone is like shot and they're dying, and the cop just like, who did it? And they're
Yeah.
like, it was John Bickerstaff.
Yeah.
I get an email, 3:33 p.m. Your phone has been found at 1920 Ala Moana Boulevard.
Fucking God.
So she got out of fucking jail and she went right fucking back with my phone. Now, Preston told me when he walked up there, when they were talking to her, there was a guy next to her. And I go, huh, which started to make me think, was the guy, the white guy that came up to me, talked to me, and the black guy, the Eagles fan, was he in on this?
Was he a
Oh.
guy that marked you?
Did
Was
he
he a
mark
guy that
me?
walked over
Did
and
he
said,
drug me? Because that is now something that I've considered.
Do you
I have been
feel
around
like-
you very, very
Mhm.
drunk. You've been around me pretty
Yeah.
drunk. But I have never in our decades of friendship, and I mean, you and I have been speaking fucking tongues around each other drunk, but
Yeah.
never, I lost 8 hours. I lost 7 hours.
Mm.
I get a little foggy afterwards. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did
He
say
walked
that.
into the wrong house one time and slept on their couch.
Fuck, I'm out. Fuck, I'm out. Yeah, I'm
That's
out. Never
just-
mind.
Okay.
That's
well,
the exception to the rule.
This,
Yep.
this will be played in the trial.
Hey, here's what I think we
Your
should do.
Honor,
Yeah.
here are the Schweitzers, the elderly black couple who was startled by this young man.
Here's what
So,
I think we should do.
all right,
Let's call her.
I still have her number.
Should we call her?
Let's
That? No, if we do, that's on a fucking Patreon.
that
Okay.
sounds like a Patreon.
That's
Okay.
a
That sounds like a
Patreon.
Patreon Palooza idea.
That sounds
Okay.
like a.
Okay.
That's the headline.
Yes.
A Patreon
Oh, Brittany
Palooza
also said call
2025.
her. Brittany said the same thing.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. We call her as
Yeah.
a headline to Patreon Palooza, and we could tell her, we know you got away with it. We
Yeah.
want to interview you.
Yeah,
That would
you're
be-
in it. It's already done.
This
Ex
could be
post
our
facto.
fucking serial. This could be it.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
We're all
I'm here
Sarah
for it.
Koenigs.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be fascinating.
Do you
to
have
do.
her real name?
No,
Oh,
I
you
just
don't have
gave the name she gave me.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's also the name she goes by. 'cause
Exactly.
you see
That's
it-
her
yeah.
work name. Yeah. So
That guy was definitely involved.
I think he was.
She
I've
goes,
come to believe that.
Women like that don't work solo. What's
Hey,
that?
Ariel said, let's call her, put Gramps on the phone.
Hello? Yeah, we'll call Sean
So-
Young and put her on the phone with her.
So the final
Call
night
Scott
there,
Apple. Have Scott Apple.
I had mentioned this that I was just very lonely because I wasn't getting any texts, and Keckner's gone, and I couldn't enjoy this. And
Like I emailed you because I was like,
yeah,
fuck,
you emailed.
yeah.
People reached out. People were very nice, and I talked to people. I talked to Kay because she FaceTime.
Okay, and I need to
Good to see her
apologize for
face.
something too, because this is me being tired,
Yeah.
but also dumb. You did a Rob pod
I did a Rob pod.
And
yes.
clearly it was the kind of the talk of JSS, like, oh, fuck, you heard it happen to Rob, you heard it happen to Rob.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think, he got rolled. He probably had some, lady of ill repute fucking trick him. And
Mhm.
I even said, it was theorizing, I bet Rob went into the bathroom to freshen up and she saw her opportunity and snatch ran out. And I listened to the Rob pod at 4:18 a.m. on the way because I saw him like, oh, fuck yeah. But I'm not awake yet. And I just heard like, yeah, this thing's happening. It's like a gun trained on me, and then that a gun at gunpoint, and I just I'm getting every seventh word.
Yeah.
And I show up to JSS like, fucking Rob had a gun pulled on him, man. Rob had a gun trained on him, and Scott and Stamboni are like, oh, what the fuck?
No, you texted me.
I was like, Rob had a gun? Yeah. And I was like, no, he didn't. And then I went back and listened to it, and clearly you were making an example. Had a gun been pulled on you, it would have been a much more A to B to C story than this fucking twisting, weaving tale.
And the point I was making on the Rob pod, again, you can listen to patreon.com/the DLP agenda, is that people were saying make the best of it. And I felt I was mad at myself, and I felt like part of my punishment is that I can't make the best of it.
I wouldn't have been able to either.
And I just couldn't. And now the last night,
it also came up on the SheLP.
Yeah, it came up on SheLP. Great job, ladies. And I think I'm going to be on the next one. Little surprise for
Make
you.
it a little dirtier,
but
please.
I realized the last night I gotta stop drinking these fucking Hawaiian free drinks because I'm in a fucking
sugar,
sad.
dude.
And I go, let's just drink some whiskey. And I go to the bar, and
great idea.
And the bartender, just gorgeous Hawaiian girl, just fucking charming and just wonderful. And she and another guy were talking at the bar, and I can tell she's just a good conversation. She actually is interested. You know what? I haven't really told you about this story, so because people go, how's it going? How's the trip? How you doing?
Right,
and I just lie, and then finally I go, I just told the truth, and she got me a drink. We had a little nice moment, and then at this bar, it's open air, so you look out to the ocean. You look your right, and they've got these tiki torches that are lit, and it's almost sunset. So
Makes me miss Charlotte.
It's that time of the night where it's just the color of the sky is just that purple
like a
color.
painting.
And you've got these tiki torches, and there's a palm tree, and then you look on the horizon, the ocean, and it's the money shot, right? It's just and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, I want to fucking come back here, and maybe not right here, but just to this state in like a year. And I don't want it to be for work. And I'm not coming alone. I want to be here with a girl or with friends, both. If
make
possible.
it right.
And I want to make it right because this is such a beautiful fucking shot. And then another guy sits down, and we were the same age, and we had a great conversation. And it was sort of what I do. I just met people, and it was a nice way to sort of end the night. And then on the flight home, I was in the step below first class, but you still get free drinks. And I go, let's go back to that fucking to the whiskey. So the Buffalo Trace, and let's start with a couple. And there was this flight attendant. I think he's this older gay guy, and I think he just knew that like this guy needs it. He just kept bringing them to me.
Here's the double hundred.
I wasn't even ordering
on this guy's face,
and I'm using their headphones to listen to their fucking stupid music. And I'm just going back and forth from 80s, 90s, 2000s. And I'm realizing quickly it's a playlist of like 20 songs. I heard this song. I'll try to guess it. It's from like late 80s. It's a song. It's a massive hit. One hit wonder. It's a song that you've never ever revisited since. It was also like a life mantra that people then.
Oh, gee, don't worry, be happy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Heard that 6 times on the way back.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, real quick, fast back up. The Office trivia, people have team names.
Yeah.
I swear this is the first team name I see. Now, it's a direct quote from Dwight Schrute, but their team name was Identity Theft is Not a Joke.
what they ought to.
So I'm getting fucking hammered on this flight. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be in San Francisco in a month. Why don't I just fucking, instead of flying home, I'm halfway there, fly there.
Yeah.
Now, then I woke up the next day, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Cooler
I don't want to be
prevail.
alone. I don't want to drop $2,000 just to have it. But I'm eating this fucking lunch, and there's a salad dressing thing. It's this olive oil dressing, and I can't open it. And I'm fucking using my teeth, and then I'm squeezing on it. I know it's coming out, but it's not going anywhere. I look to my left, and this is this guy next to me. He's about 320 pounds. His elbow, I have squirted the shit.
You Peter North
It is so bad.
Does he realize it or he doesn't know?
I didn't say a word.
He has no idea. He's covered in dressing.
Hey,
I was like, hey, he can't. He's
He has
too
no
big.
idea.
He can't even do this. He can't. And this
You see his body just soaking
right,
in.
and I'm like, he's 350 pounds. He's used to having food on him.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He would. I bet he looked at it later like that makes sense.
And then I thought, maybe it'll fade away. No, 9-hour flight's still a struggle.
Still there,
struggle.
covered
that,
in-
that shirt is ruined.
You didn't
Oh
say
my
one
God.
word to him.
Dude,
Not
let's,
word.
let's
Not
take a quick
word.
break. Let's take a quick break. I love the idea of
yeah.
you returning to Hawaii, but with a caveat. Okay, first and foremost, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to the numbers tonight. We almost doubled our streaming
Oh,
views.
Love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Welcome
huge.
to the show. We do it every Tuesday night, gang.
You need to
so-
get Rob Moore. Okay. Listen, I want you to go back. I want to go back and I want you to reclaim that memory. And
I
I
do.
would love to go with. I haven't been to Hawaii in forever. I know we're going to be doing a Vegas thing. I want to go back and I want to hire her
Yeah.
Mm.
and I want to bring her to a room
And fuck her.
and I want to fuck her and I want to get
Hey.
the best massage I've ever had.
I'm going to put her in the murder mystery.
I want, yes, Lord knows we've hired some crazies before, but imagine we get somebody. By the way, we have a
Yeah.
man that can afford
Mm.
it and he can act his ass off.
Hold
And
on. Dave Dennis says, Robert, it's Haley's comic.
Yeah. We get Sean Gabbard
Yeah.
to be the Mark in this case.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Sean can play a killer Mark. He can act, he can pay,
Mhm.
he can afford this. And I want the scenario to completely play out the same way that it did. Let me give you a massage. Let me turn
Mhm.
on a little music. Like, I got it for you. Let me swipe the thing. She's about to fucking find somebody else.
Right.
Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train starts to play. And fucking Sambazo comes out of the goddamn bathroom. And all of us emerge.
I thought you were going to say you're going to play the Bussy album.
Yeah, we play fucking
We
Special
play the
Girl.
podcast.
I would love for all of us to fucking emerge
Yeah.
and you be the last one that comes out. And I mean,
Yes.
just fucking full, the mask off reveal, like,
I
hey,
love it.
bitch, how you doing?
How you been, bitch?
How you been, bitch?
Like
And-
the comment, I come back once a year, every
Yes,
year.
like you're fucking
Yeah.
herpes. I'm back, bitch.
Stetson hits him with a super
Yes.
soaker.
Yeah, Tommy just
We all just
all of us just start jacking off
Pissing.
on her. Yeah,
Maybe a
pissing,
bit,
shit, and Eric diarrhea's all over.
may- maybe a big ass, but if we have a listener who happens to be HIV positive,
Yes, we're looking for
Doesn't mind
dirty
looking
blood.
I mean, the
Anybody
odds
out there,
are.
we're looking for some filthy
Yes.
load. All right.
Yes.
Yes, I would love to go back there a year from now. And
I got to go
A,
back and read all this chat because
It's
I've
been
haven't been
amazing.
reading
It's
it,
so
yeah.
we've got all kinds of new people. Sambazo is in chat.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I want to get to the Preston thing because
this
Preston
is a security guard that's pitching to be on.
Mhm.
Preston says, "Hey, I'd love to be on your podcast." I go, "Well, we really don't have guests." And then
I want to throw her off the balcony.
I'm gonna I'm gonna
Child
fucking
murder.
death. Yeah.
I will post these screenshots of what he sent me.
I want to put a mask of her of a certain someone on.
He-
And there's a tagger with a bat.
I want you to just there's two of these, Justin, like this. Okay. I just want you to read what he pitched. And tell me
Top to bottom.
just play it here.
God, there's a
I
lot
want you to describe, first of all, it's an outline. It's very
Okay.
well
of what
done.
he wants to do.
Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I know.
Okay, here we go. DLP podcast segment: the future of brain-computer integration. Holy shit! Okay,
By the way, hey, last week Joe talked about taking a picture of his butthole and sending to everybody.
yeah,
So
that's
that's our podcast.
so much better.
That's our
Did you
brand.
tell him
this.
what we do here?
I think
Introduction.
he thinks we're Joe Rogan.
And I can read the whole
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
please.
Introduction. Preston, the guest. Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me on DLP. I've been losing sleep over this one. We're standing on the edge of something that could redefine what it means to be human brain computer
He added the small
interfaces,
talk. I'm losing sleep.
BCIs. This isn't sci-fi anymore. Companies like Neuralink, Synchron, and Meta have already tested ways to wire our mind directly into technology. So the real question is, are we evolving or are we messing around with something we shouldn't? Icebreaker.
Is this real?
Would you upload? Preston. Let's start with a quick thought experiment. I'll throw out a scenario and you tell me, would you upload? 1. You wake up fluent in any language thanks to a neural implant. Would you upload? 2. A device that backs up all your memories to the cloud, but a tech company that has access. Would you upload? 3. Communicate through thoughts. No more texting. Would you upload? Segment 1.
Hold on. How long does he think this show?
I don't know, but I don't know. We'll save some for the Patreon if we want to post
I'll
that.
finish
on
this
there.
one.
Yes.
The second one
Yes.
we will do.
Yes.
Segment 1. Where are we now? Preston. All right. Let's ground this in reality. Here's where we stand. Neuralink. Fuck me. Successfully implanted BCIs in humans. Aim to restore movement and eventually merge minds with AI. Source AP News 2024. I'm not reading the whole fucking bibliography. Synchron, non-invasive BCIs allowing paralyzed individuals. Does he know what the fuck this show
Did you
is?
read this whole thing?
We wanted Tommy to get an OnlyFans
I
model to
can't.
rate all
Yes,
our dicks.
I know. Yes.
We want to take pictures of Joe's butthole.
Mhm.
All right. And we want to call a prostitute on what we like to call Patreon Palooza.
Yeah.
By the way, full disclosure, I took the pic.
Okay.
It's not coming in.
It's not great.
It's not making it. to
Not
the
making
public.
it.
It's not gonna make it.
Preston,
Preston.
he also
Preston.
emailed me with the photos. I think I could, if you want to see what
Okay.
Preston
We,
looks
we,
like.
we
because-
split the money from the Patreon pretty evenly.
Yeah.
You can take a chunk of mine if I can see.
I deleted it. It doesn't exist.
It's in your trash.
It doesn't exist
Dig
anymore.
into your trash.
It's in the other phone, but I'll
Find
I'll,
me your
I'll
cock.
show it to you. I'll show
Find
it
me
to
your pecker.
I will. It's
I'll have
it's
to
on-
I'll have
it's-
to find it later.
you. It is.
But,
It's in
yeah.
my trash.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
I need to see it
To
too.
see your video.
Yeah.
By the way, have you considered? Because you can still sue civilly. It's
Yeah.
like
yeah.
remember when OJ was
Mhm.
found
Well, I
innocent
didn't, but I didn't. Okay.
If only we
of
knew a
lawyer
lawyer.
murdering his wife.
I
if
do, yes.
only we had a lawyer
That's what
that
I'm
we can
saying.
tap into,
Oh.
who I'd fucking kill to bring Randolph to
I
Hawaii
actually,
with
Yes.
us.
I talked to Randolph today,
I talked to Randolph today.
and Randolph said he had some TV segment at 7:30, 7:20, so he couldn't listen today.
I'll tell you off the air, Randolph and I had a pretty heated conversation. Not at each other.
Right.
Mm.
We were simpatico.
Oh,
That's something.
But
like
my
that.
point is that I'll bet you Randolph is going to get himself. He might, him, man. He might be excited about
That
something like
motherfucker's
this.
a pit bull.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he finds
Yeah.
that his boy's been wrong.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
He'll
Now
take
we're
this one on
talking.
the house. We're going
I-
back to fucking Hawaii, and Tommy's cutting this bitch with a
We
box
are.
cutter.
And I will say this:
Let's
just
spray piss in the wound.
some advice. Don't have all your credit cards in your wallet. You don't need them all. Okay.
Mm.
Because if the wallet gets stolen, everything's
Yeah,
gone.
I
Have
am-
some separate.
I have every credit card.
Do
in
you
my
know-
It
wallet.
makes no sense. I thought about it later. Why? Why do I need my Southwest credit? You know what I use it for? Only to book Southwest
Only
flights
that.
on the app. Why do I need it in my wallet? I don't.
Do you know what I need to get rid of on my phone in case this was happening to me? Because I'm just the type of fucking idiot that this would happen to. I need to get rid of this file on my phone labeled every password I
Yeah.
have.
Oh
to
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I have one of those too.
I have
all in
that
one
too.
spot.
but I label it differently.
Mine's labeled
I
all
labeled
my
it just-
Mine's
passwords.
called WordPass.
Mine's called Joe's bottle.
Pictures of Joe's dick. I'll
Yes.
never click that file. No one wants to see that shit. Oh no, you get a hold of this.
Hey.
You owe my ass.
Were
You
you
have 3 children.
were you able to enjoy last week's show, or you couldn't?
I was able to enjoy it. It was a good show. You know, I was at the airport and I thought maybe I would get a lounge pass.
Yeah.
That was free, but they wanted to charge me $59, which I said I'd gladly pay cash, but then they wouldn't take cash.
Yeah.
And you get free food and drinks in there. So I mean, it's a wash really, but I was like, oh, whatever. So I just sat because I got to the airport really early because I didn't know if I had to sneak out of the fucking
Yeah.
And this is
hotel.
more of a
But yeah, I just it was great kill time. It was awesome.
more of a philosophical question, but do you think this brought you and Keckner closer together?
I mean, we did have, he stepped up, but I think we both were recognizing at the time that I mean, we did a sting operation.
Yeah,
you
if
just
somebody
said-
did
yeah,
you
Joe
wrong,
or
and
me
he-
or
yeah,
Tommy or
yeah,
Eric to do
yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
Keckner, this is a real this
Oh,
this
he
could
was
stress a
gung-ho.
relationship.
Oh no, he, I felt a little bad at the end because like it kept dragging. I know you want to get back. You gotta
Yeah.
get to
Yeah,
bed, but
and we each
Mhm.
day as this unfolds, we do have a show at night. We got to get there early. Got to get there 2:30. So the clock is always ticking.
well, at that point the shows were done. So he was leaving.
But even
on
after
Sunday.
that, he had to go.
yeah, he had to go home. So
I'm
on Sunday
fucking
morning. so-
Dying to call this chick.
Yeah,
yeah,
let's plan at some point to call her on Patreon.
I'll
Let's
tell you
figure that
this:
out.
if I get out there, she's going to pay for someone else's fuck ups.
Mm,
She's going to pay. She's going to pay the tab for somebody else.
What do you mean? Describe that. I'm trying to.
Just if we were able to somehow do something to her.
Oh, I got you. If we can
I'm getting a lot out.
that's what I'm saying. If
onto
we
her.
can identify her, yeah, we can.
She's going to be a trauma dump.
yeah,
for
we can
about
fuck her life up for sure.
I mean, brutally. I
Yes.
mean,
again, this is her work number. She's not changing it.
I mean, what did Tony Stark say in the Avengers? We have a Hulk. We have a fucking Sambazo.
yes.
We've got a
We have a
Tommy.
Sambazo.
He is the Leonardo da Vinci of revenge. We have a man.
yeah, the best ever to do
I
it.
mean, really, truly, he's a
What do they
fucking
say
John
in
Wick.
Man on Fire? He's gonna paint his
He's gonna paint his masterpiece
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's
He's,
right.
he's gonna put a bomb up her ass. Okay, there's something. I mean, and you got to think too of because there's a lot of talk. The word karma keeps coming up in here over and over again. That of all people to do this to, she does it to a man who works for a very prominent actor, comedian,
Mhm.
who has a popular podcast, has radio ties, has a group of pretty fucking ride or die about that life
Yeah.
friends, and fucking Tommy. And where there's Tommy, there's Eric.
Oh yeah.
So you've got the sinister nature of Tommy Sambazu. You've got a pure weapon of fucking war who
Yeah.
I think Eric is looking for that one last good fucking fight.
He's got it.
Yeah.
You got a group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm
I'm
dying
not
to
quite
get
sure
in
what I
trouble.
do. But
I'm not sure. Joe and I are going to well, I'm clearly
We'll figure that
We're
out.
like, you can do it.
yeah, we'll be
Yes.
like, get him, Tommy.
Show him that butthole, Joe.
Fuck her up. Yeah.
Oh, this will get you.
Joe, quick, she's down. Show her your dick. Yeah, something. But you got the right
Yes.
people around you. And then when the shit hits the fan,
Right.
and this is my lawyer, Randolph. Like you got everything you need. You have your scum vengers of people.
Scum Vengers.
We're going back. We're going fucking back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
Wow, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Look, it fucking sucked, but I'm over it now. So I'm over it now. We got everything back.
I'm just
Well,
getting
a-
ramped
live
up.
and learn.
A lot of times I've said this. This isn't one of those cases where you're like, all right, that sucked, but at least I have the story. I'd rather have the story. In this case, it's the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, but it is a great story.
No, it is a great story.
But it's not worth-
I feel like
yeah.
I didn't oversell it. I mean,
no,
it was fucking pretty edge of your seat.
You did a
I-
great
Yeah.
job of not telling
Yeah.
us because we theorized like, man, if it was just Rob got rolled and that was it, that sucks. I've heard about that happening before.
Yeah.
Not the fucking investigation.
Oh,
Not
no,
tracking
again, I was
people,
literally
cops.
feeling like this is like the adrenaline rush, because
Yeah,
I've never who's ever done that
Fuck
before.
Hawaii PD,
Yes.
by the way, and I'm team cop.
yeah,
Fuck
no,
them.
that's
bunch
Well,
of
they were-
lazy
They were
motherfuckers.
basically apologizing for it, but I felt like
like what?
Like,
what?
are you even
then
trying
why
to?
do you prosecute?
yeah,
Don't
I
you,
don't know.
as police officers, want to win on the ledger?
yeah,
Yeah,
Don't
right.
you, at the
Gave
end of the
a
week,
win.
go, hey, look, we did it.
gave it to
We-
you.
Here's on a
Gave you
silver
a win.
platter. Here
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, it is fucking first and goal, and their
Yeah.
goddamn defense is banged up, and you're going to forfeit? Like,
Right.
fuck, man.
Yeah,
Do this.
you're right.
Get this
You're right.
across
I
the
got you.
line.
I got you to the 1 yard line.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Just fucking tush push in there and get my
Mhm.
man's wallet back. Yeah, that's what I'm a little annoyed by. Is this? It seems like a scoop of laziness, or I don't know how their system works.
I
But having the
think-
cops say
yeah.
we're more in the favor of the culprit.
I
than the
think their
victim.
hands are tied, and they're just like, why? I think it's from the top down. If you feel like there's no point in doing your job well,
Mhm.
then what's the fucking?
I'd
point
like
of
to
doing
buy
it?
you a massage.
Thank you.
I want to get.
Yeah,
you.
it's
I wanna
only the
see
second
no,
that.
massage
that's
if-
the only thing he got that was legit.
It was the second massage I've had in my life.
How long
So
did
he
it
actually
last?
got the
Yeah.
massage.
5-10 minutes.
It was 3 hours. No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't long at all, and it wasn't sexual. So
No,
Well,
it
that's
sounded
the thing.
professional.
It's like she actually,
she committed to the bit.
yeah, you
Uh-huh.
got
Her whole point was to rob me, not to like
Oh
get
no!
me to pay for it.
Clearly, she would
Yeah,
have
but-
just sued you. She's
Yeah.
drunk. Let me massage him.
Okay, here's something that I asked Rob. I think you might already know the answer to this. It is a detail that Rob gave me. Do you mind if I say, because I asked you how much cash you had in your wallet?
Oh, how much money was? How much
At the
paper
time?
money you
Yeah, you
lost in
don't
the
answer,
wallet?
but I asked you. Do you remember? What
It wasn't a lot, but yeah,
Yeah, you told me it was $10.
yeah. I
So
said some ones. Yeah,
she didn't even get what you know what I mean. It's not
Right.
It's like you remember that episode of Seinfeld where she ties him to the bed or
Yes,
whatever,
yes.
Yeah.
and then walks out.
yeah. Tim
And she
posted
ta-
that photo. to
She
me.
takes his suit. or
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But anyway,
No,
I mean,
she could have taken the MacBook. That would have sucked.
There's so much you can do with
yeah.
a number. There's so much you can do with a profile. There's so much you can do with the information you have about her apartment.
you can actually
I know.
also
Yeah.
just put out her face.
I
mean,
can.
you can
Hey,
do that.
Hey, and I thought about changing some details. No, that's the address.
No, that's
I don't know the
address.
the apartment number. I'm sure there's a
Right.
second part of that,
But
but that's the address.
this is one of those things where I want her to think she got away with it for a while. I want her to spend the rest of
She
2025
rests
thinking
easy.
I fucking got one over and she forgets.
Mhm.
But we don't.
I mean, it's not worth it. Whatever she did, can you? And I don't know how it works.
I think
but
she might have gotten some charges that went through on a credit card.
Yeah.
I think she bought some things. I
if
know.
you call your credit card company, will they get removed?
I haven't been charged. Anything.
You're
Oh,
all
yeah.
set.
Yeah.
You're protected,
but
especially with credit
once
cards.
you have the shit,
yeah,
that's-
they're
it's
going.
her.
Yeah, they
Right,
got
right.
it
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess she won, but
for now.
for now.
For
the
now.
story's not over.
it's
I'm
not
telling you,
over.
Tommy's probably jacking
Mhm.
off right now. We are about to take him off the fucking chain. And all I would ask is him to exercise a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff you could do with the info you have. There was, God, Tommy, you're better at this than I am. I can't remember if Tommy's into DC comics, but there was this great comic from years ago. It was in the 90s. And it was the Joker. And he was on his way to a heist. He was off
Mhm.
to go do some villain shit. And he got cut off in traffic on the way there. Zip, guy cut him off. And he wrote his fucking license plate down. And over the course of the next 10 years, whenever the Joker in this comic would get bored, he would slowly psychologically terrorize this guy that cut him off in traffic to the point where it was catfishing before there was catfishing.
Yeah.
And again, a fictitious story, but he drove this fucking guy insane to where he somehow pulled all these things to make him lose his wife, his kids, his job, his parents, his reputation, everything. Slowly from the shadows, he turned this guy in his hobby. I think the name of the comic was The Hobby. And he just from a license plate turned him into a hobby. I would love Tommy to take that and just some silent benefactor, or the
over
opposite
months
of a benefactor,
and years
over
and decades
that he pulls these insane strings behind the scenes. He has that fucking capability. And I'd love for him to turn her into his hobby.
She has a long ass profile.
Well, she
That's
also
painted-on-ass
is
fucking
from
eyebrows.
Minneapolis, so she talks about going to New Orleans, and obviously she's in Hawaii. It seems like Hawaii is the place to be. You got tourists, you got people walking around with money. I was, to be honest, actually paranoid because, like, you know, she might want retribution. And
Yeah, because you
and
tried to have her arrested.
She knows where my hotel room is.
Think about this.
And she knows that I probably have cash now. 'cause
Yeah,
I
she
had to.
stole your shit, and now she wants retro. I hope that's, but she's obviously a piece of
I
shit.
was
so-
actually, I was literally watching where I was going, and I had,
In case some dude comes
when
out
I
to
got
try
all
that
this
shit.
cash,
Yeah.
I was hiding it in my hotel. I wasn't walking around with
Yeah.
$1,000 cash.
That's smart.
And then I was like, where do I hide it? And I was doing all this. Finally, the golf bag is used for something. I was hiding in there, but I was definitely paranoid of that. And no, nothing ever happened, but I was like, but also the elevators, is a little funny story we'll get out on this, but like the elevators there, there's no buttons in the elevator. There's a screen. There's 3 elevators. There's a screen. You put your card, and then you type in which floor, and then the screen will go A3, like your elevator A, floor 3. And then the elevator is on the side of this little digital thing that says the floors you're going to.
Yeah.
So you can't go to the room without having a key. So this older couple had checked in, and they got their bag, I could tell, and the door's about to shut, and they're running. But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So I just let it shut because I can't. We're going to floor 3, lady.
Yeah.
But she looks at me like, oh, like I'm rude. I'm
How fucking dare
fuck you, bitch.
Ah,
You know
yeah.
what's happened to me?
Yeah.
Are you on floor 3? Because there's no
You know
fucking
what?
buttons in here, lady.
As soon as she made that face, you go, you know what? Boom. Come to
Boom.
floor 3 with
Yeah.
you.
Come to floor. You know
Come
what? Hey,
with.
Meanwhile, they
Hey.
rob you.
Yeah.
I'll take a massage.
Yes, please. I got a lot of problem areas. Fascinating. Holy shit. Are you going to put this on the Patreon? The photo? You said maybe a Patreon unlockable? You talked about something earlier upstairs that you might.
The Preston stuff.
The press.
You want me to put the
Jesus.
photo of her?
Yeah, you should.
I think you should put the photo behind the Patreon.
Okay.
I
done.
think you should put that on the Patreon. And if God willing,
I'm not going
she
to do the
doesn't-
whole bio and the phone number.
No. Don't need to do that.
Mhm.
Just those people
Mhm.
want to see the face of a villain. That's
Yes,
it.
Yes.
And I would just love a Patreon Palooza, which we're going to do another one.
Mhm.
We culminate in trying to fucking call her. It
Yeah.
has to happen.
Yeah.
It has to
Dave
happen.
Dennis, I need to do a photo of Chris Steve in a wig because that's the photo that's going up. So
Fantastic.
no, I like it. I like it. Patreon Palooza. You know what? Let's keep this fucking story going.
Let's keep it going. I'm not
until
ready.
we win.
This-
we go until we win.
We win. One of
Yes.
us is fucking going down. And it's
Love
going to
it.
be her.
Fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you.